Yes, everybody, big up. How are we all doing? Hope we're all doing well. Hope we're all doing good. And yes, some transfer news. Well, it's not transfer news, but to me, someone who it wasn't my first choice with Tonali. Sandro Tonali was not my first choice for Arsenal, and obviously he's going to cost around 80 million. But the more I look at him, the more I think it'd be a fantastic signing for Arsenal. So we'll talk a little bit about that. FA Cup draw, my personal prediction for the FA Cup draw, I think we're going to get Man City. I think we are going to get Man City. And by Leverkusen, look ahead to that on Wednesday night, who are currently 6th in the Bundesliga and just not the team, obviously, what went invincible. And Patrick Schick is, even though I can't believe he's still there, I thought he'd have left. I thought he would have gone, actually. I thought he would have left because he had a massive injury and he was struggling to get a team. So Patrick Schick is the top scorer, I think, with 13 goals in all competitions. So, yeah, a little bit to talk about. Not going to do a massive live, just a little bit, have a bit to talk about. Arsenal with Tonali, potentially Sandro Tonali, and FA Cup draw. Who do you think we'll get? And by Leverkusen on Wednesday. Now, with Sandro Tonali, I've probably said it on here. I've said it this week. I think when I was looking at a midfielder, if we were to sign a midfielder, which I don't know if we will, because I still think Arteta will definitely keep faith in Zubimendi. And Norgard might just want to carry on at Arsenal. You don't know. It's obviously his first season, or he might want regular football. So, for me, with the midfield choice, I was Elliot Anderson, big fan of him. He was good at Newcastle, but he's just raised his level at Nottingham Forest. He's very good. He is. He's got that rugged attitude about him. Adam Watton. Out to Elliot Anderson and Adam Watton. I prefer Watton, to be honest. Don't know why. I remember seeing a few games of Adam Watton when he played for Blackburn Rovers. I thought he stands out a bit. And obviously, he's came to Crystal Palace. I like him. He's got that rugged attitude about him. A bit of no nonsense. But what I like about Adam Watton as well, where you see him where he's got his back to the goal, and when he receives a pass, it's forward thinking straight away. Straight away, his head turns, bang. That's it. He wants to obviously create that attack, and he's got a very good ball vision, very good passer. And obviously, Tonali were in background, and I'm thinking, Sandro Tonali, is it realistic? Will Newcastle sell him? Like I said, if they do try and go for Tonali from Newcastle, Arsenal will have to pay at least 80 million for Tonali. Same probably for Elliot Anderson. Watton, maybe about 60. But I look at Sandro Tonali and I think he won a Serie A with AC Milan in 21-22 season. He's 5'11". He's 25 years old. Probably, I don't know when his birthday is, so probably when obviously it gets to summer, he might end up turning 26, which is a fantastic age for a midfielder. Fantastic. A lot of players hit the prime when they're 27, but as a midfielder for 25, 26, especially 27-year-old, that is brilliant. So look at Sandro Tonali and I think 5'11", won a Serie A with AC Milan in 21-22, 25, let's say 25-26, and he's got a lot of attributes, near enough like a perfect midfielder. Like I said, he's 5'11", so he's tall-ish. He's got experience. He's won, obviously, Carabao Cup with Newcastle. It'll be his third season, I think, next year in the Premier League. He's played for Italy at top level. Obviously, before he was AC Milan, it was at Brescia, I think it was, another Italian team. So he's been around for a bit. And obviously had a bad start to his Newcastle career with a gambling thing. Just always want to say that when I mention gambling or someone mentions it, do not gamble. Your first win, you are one step closer to losing everything. Your first win, you're one step closer to losing everything when it comes to gambling. I did it for 6 years. It'll be 2 year on April the 8th since I've touched one bet, not bet for 2 year, absolutely nothing. 2 year, this April the 8th is 2 years since I have put a bet on. I'll never do it again. So with Sandro Tonali, I looked at it, I think he's brilliant. The way he controls the ball, again, he's forward thinking, he's fast with his passing. But one thing I like about Sandro Tonali, and maybe not a lot of people have realised it, or some people have, and yeah, you know, you go back and look at his games and stuff and have a little bit of a study. Not saying I haven't watched him. Of course I watched plenty of Newcastle games, but sometimes YouTube does help to go and have a look and, you know, really focus on him. And I didn't realise how fast he was with his feet and very skillful. He is very, very skillful and fast with his feet. Like I said, he's fast at passing, getting the ball out his feet, passing it. He's got good ball vision. His long-range passing is fantastic. And he can also do that defensive, rugged, dirty side at work to his game. He gets stuck in. He'll shoulder barge people off at ball. He's quite strong. And I look, and he's got a good shot. And I look and I think, to me, Sandro Tonali would be absolutely brilliant for Arsenal. So that's where I am with Sandro Tonali. I think Arsenal should try and sign him. Now, obviously, like I said, it is going to cost about 80 million. Maybe we could offer another player, give him an Odegaard for all I care, but obviously that's not going to happen. So, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Would Sandro Tonali be fantastic at Arsenal, or people sticking with Elliot Anderson and Adam Watton? Which mine was Adam Watton, Crystal Palace midfielder. Again, because it would only be about 60 million for him, I think. But more I looked at it, Sandro Tonali, for me, is the one. Because, like I said, he's got that defensive, rugged side of him where he can do the dirty work. He's got great he's great at passing long balls. He's good at getting the ball out his feet. He's very skillful. He's fast with his feet. And I thought, wow, yeah. Like, when you really focus on someone, when you have to obviously look on YouTube, etc., to look back and focus on that player, put the emphasis on that player, you realise that sometimes you see things what you don't always see in the game because how the game will move from a different player fast. So I had a little look this morning. I had about a 10-minute look, and I thought, Tonali's class. He really is a good footballer. Really is. He's got a bit of... Another thing as well, he has actually got a bit of speed about him. He's got a bit of pace. So let me know what you think in comments. So hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's well. Kawaja, big up to my guy. Good to see you in the chat. Big up Rich99 Arsenal, the legend, and the chat. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back, mate. Thank you very much, Kawaja. Go and subscribe to Kawaja, people, if you already haven't. Kawaja, smash the likes and subscribe to the Rich99 Arsenal, people. Thank you very much, Kawaja. Kawaja, 2 likes so far. Keep smashing the likes, everyone. Thank you very much, Kawaja. Godfrey, big up to my guy. Go and subscribe to Godfrey, people. How are you? Good to see you in the chat. Big up, Rich. Hope you're good. I'm good, thank you, my guy. Good. Godfrey, big up, Kawaja. Kawaja, big up, Godfrey. Kawaja, MLS is a midfielder for us. Rich Nad, yeah, 100%. This is what I'm saying. Next season, if we had Zubamendi, Declan Rice, Tonali, and MLS, Miles Lewis-Skelly, I would be loving that. I would love it. I would love to see Declan Rice, Miles Lewis-Skelly playing alongside Declan Rice and learning with Declan Rice. But is it going to happen? No. It just won't happen, Kawaja. It's not. Like against Wigan, Miles Lewis-Skelly was going to play midfield, but Calafiori got an injury in the warm-up, so that stopped his chances. Against Mansfield Town on Saturday, Miles Lewis-Skelly would have probably played in midfield then, but he was suspended. So it's like, oh man, is it just not meant to be? Is it just not meant to be for Miles Lewis-Skelly to play midfield for Arsenal? Because I would love it, but I would love him to play alongside Declan Rice, but I believe Miles Lewis-Skelly, we mentioned this last night, he will leave Arsenal in the summer and look for a loan first because he's just not going to get in this team. He's just not going to get in the team. And he's way too good. He's lost his England place already. And people keep saying, oh, he's only young. Stop that nonsense. Miles Lewis-Skelly is going to be 20 in September. In this day and age, that can be at 20-year-old, yep, you need to be around that first team. And I keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it probably so many times this season. Lamine Yamal has set the benchmark for when it comes to players breaking into the first team. He's been breaking it first team since he was 16-year-old. He's already won a European Championship with Spain. He's already won a La Liga with Barcelona, Copa del Rey. He's won 4 trophies in 2 seasons with Hansi Flick. So there's none of that excuse going to come to me. Oh, he's young yet. He's young. Miles Lewis-Skelly. He's young. Even 1 year, he's young. Not happening. Miles Lewis-Skelly already scored on his England debut. He will want to play in first. He will want to play in a first team, no matter what. Arsenal's his boyhood club, but it's not a chance him and Ethan Nwaneri are going to set off sitting on that bench next season. When you look at players like Trossard, Martinelli, Odegaard, what are just underperforming every season near enough. And then you get Ethan Nwaneri, his breakthrough season, scores 9 goals and scores in 3 different competitions, EFL, Premier League and Champions League. I mean, what's this all about? Do you know what I mean? What? Or it could have been FA Cup instead of EFL. I forget which one it was. I think it might be EFL. So that's where I'm at. You know, I'd love to see Miles Lewis-Skelly play midfield and ideally with Declan Rice, but it ain't going to happen, I'm afraid. Godfrey Sanchez Tonali would be a dream signing. Convert Zubamendi to an 8 if we can get it done. Yep, absolutely, Godfrey. And apparently there's rumours, I can't remember where I've seen it, that Andre Berti invited Tonali's agent to watch us against Brighton. I mean, I bet he enjoyed that. Not. Kawaja, I hope we get either Southampton, Port Vale. I've predicted Man City for FA Cup. I've predicted we're going to get Man City. I hope we get either Southampton, Port Vale, Leeds United, or West Ham United, or Brentford in the quarterfinal for tonight's draw. Yep, that would be good, Kawaja. But I have actually predicted Man City. AJ Lamar, trade Odegaard for Sandro Tonali. Yep. Do you know what? And all, AJ, when I think about it, I think Newcastle would take Martin Odegaard, you know. I think they would. I think they actually would. And they would play Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton, and Martin Odegaard. I actually think they would. He's a bit more, maybe can be a bit more creative than obviously Tonali. But I think Newcastle would actually do that. But Martin Odegaard won't leave Arsenal. That's the thing. The weakest captain in football just won't leave. But yeah, man, big up to AJ as well. It'll be good. Kawaja, Sandro Tonali should be the 8 box to box, and Declan Rice should be the 6. Yeah, I agree. Well, to me, I just think Declan Rice is an engine. You can't stop him. He runs everywhere. Kawaja, Rice and Tonali, double pivot would be decent, more than decent. I think if we got Sandro Tonali, he would allow Declan Rice to settle a little bit and not have to run around so much and cover for Zubamendi. It would bring more balance. I really do think that. Is it about trade Zubamendi for Adam Watton? Yeah, even though I know for a fact Zubamendi is not going to go to Crystal Palace. No disrespect to Crystal Palace, but that ain't going to happen. Godfrey, hope we get a favourable draw again. Yeah, been lucky up to yet with draw. But we keep getting told everything's all against Arsenal. Is any more done? Godfrey, I hope so as well. I think we might face Port Vale, to be honest. If we do, that we've just been landed lucky. We've just landed the luck big time. AJ Lamar, Kawaja would be far more than decent. Kawaja, big up and okay, AJ Lamar, mate. Godfrey, yeah, I wouldn't mind Port Vale, even if it's away again, Kawaja. No. Godfrey, big up AJ. Sorry, big up every time, AJ. Didn't we? Hold on a minute. Haven't we? Someone in chat, let me know. I'm sure we've played Port Vale in Carabao Cup this season and beat them 2-0. And I think Eze and let me think who were it. Was it Trossard? I'm sure we've played Port Vale. We have played Port Vale in Carabao Cup. We have. It was away as well. In week. I'm sure we did. I'm sure we've played. Yes, we have. I'm sure we've played Carabao Cup. Port Vale in Carabao Cup, and Eza scored, and it might have been Trossard. I think it were a breach at Eze's first goal. I'm sure. Someone let me know in chat if you can. I'm sure it was. To come to think of that, I'm about 90% confident we have. Godfrey, 100% mate. Well, FA Cup quarter-final scheduled from 4th to 5th of April 2026 after the international break. International break is just boring, man. Do not want that. Max Payne, shit Teta out. Absolutely agree with you, Max. AJ the Mod, big up Godfrey every time. AJ the Mod, big up Kawaja every time. Kawaja, Sandro Tonali is not a CDM. He is a CM box-to-box number 8. Yeah, he is. But I don't, with things like that, and it, obviously you take it in consideration, but I don't get too serious with that. Like Declan Rice, if someone says to me, is this, is that, I'm like, Declan Rice is an all-round midfielder. Declan Rice will cover every blade of grass for Arsenal if he has to. He's a defensive side. He's got defensive attributes to his game. He's got attacking attributes to his game. He's very calm. Everything. I think a lot of people get too fixed on, oh, he's this, he's that, and he's this and that, which I get it, but it's just not me, and it never will be. I'm not like, oh, he's an inverter and all this. I'm like, football wasn't like that 40, 50 years ago, and it can't change, you know what I mean? It's only changed because our people glamorize it and make it all posh with these people like Tom Canton and Roy Talks Bollocks and all that. They're trying to make it look all good with, when they post things and stuff. And it's like, what are you on about? Ask Brian Clough how he played football. That ball in net, that bloke stood there on his own. He stops that ball from going in net. And then 4 in front of him, they stop that ball going to goalkeeper. And then people in front of them defenders, they stop that ball going back to defenders. And him up top, see him up top, he puts that ball in net, that does. And that's it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I think people, I get it and it sounds good, but I think sometimes people like, I don't know, just glamorize it. Oh, he's not this, he's not that. And I'm like, end of the day, like Declan Rice is an all-rounder midfielder. He covers every blade of grass for Arsenal. Declan Rice covers the lot. You can't say he's attacking midfielder. You can't say he's defensive midfielder. He's absolutely everything for Arsenal. And Sandro Tonali, to me, he doesn't score many goals. I will say that, but he does like to break into the box and he will shoot any chance he gets. But he's got that defensive, rugged side of his game to him as well. So, yeah, I mean, I like it when people. It looks good when people. Well, not always, because I think like these Adam Keys and Roy talk, the way they talk, I'm thinking, why are you trying to make football something it never has been and still isn't to this day? Stop making these names up and, we're finishers and stuff and that. No, we're not. It's someone who comes off at bench who's a super sub or something, not finishers. It's like, stop trying to change football. It wasn't like that 50 years ago. It's not like it today, and it won't be like it 50 years in time to come. It will still be a round ball. It will still be a goalkeeper, left back, right back, 2 centre backs, 2 holding midfielders, as I call them, 2 holding midfielders, what sit, a left winger, right winger, and a striker, maybe 2 strikers, or a number 10, depending on the formation. That's just me, I'm afraid. I will never be this person who says left 8, right 8. I'm like, so if you move to that part of pitch, you've moved out your place where you're meant to be. Sometimes I just can't do the overcomplicated side. I just don't. I think people overcomplicate too much, and it's a shame. It really is. Let's play big up AJ. Kawaja, AJ Lemard, indeed, mate. Tonali, to me, like Tonali it can do it all. It can do it all. It can play defensive. It can attack. It can calm the tempo down. To me, is an all-rounder midfielder again. Like now, if you class someone like Emmanuel Petit, who people I'm sure should have heard of. Arsenal legend, even though he only spent 3 years at Arsenal before moving to Barcelona with Mark Overmars. Emmanuel Petit was a sitting protector, holding midfielder, what just loved to defend. Didn't care about breaking into the box. Kante, when he was at Leicester and obviously Chelsea, a holding, sitting midfielder, what just wanted to sit there, didn't care about scoring goals. He chipped in with a few, but just wanted to collect everything. And some people call him the policeman, just picked up everything. Max Payne, but he can defend also. Max Payne, he was signed playing a CDM. Kawaja, Zubimendi should be a squad player for me. Rich 99 Arsenal, mate. Absolutely, Kawaja. Yes, I agree. Zubimendi would be a squad player and should be. Max Payne facts. AJ the Mod, Kawaja, why when we can get better Zubimendi? Yeah. I mean, the thing is, with Tonali, he's now my first choice, but I do think we need a bit of steel and power. So that to me is where we're not going to sign two midfielders in summer. That's where Miles Lewis-Skelly comes into me, I think, for that steel and power. And I would be happy next season having Declan Rice, Tonali, Miles Lewis-Skelly, and Zubimendi, because I imagine Norgard will probably want to leave. He'll probably just realise that he's not going to play much and he needs to obviously be playing. So to me, next season, if our midfield was Declan Rice and Tonali as the starting two, and the backups was Zubimendi and Miles Lewis-Skelly, I would be happy with that. It'd be good to see Miles Lewis-Skelly learning from Zubimendi a little bit, or if Zubimendi, I don't know if this is a stupid rumour. Apparently, where did I see it? Someone said on Twitter or something like, I think it was, that he might want to go back to Spain or something. If that was to happen, then we can't be falling short. Them days are done. We've got to maximise every window nearly. You would actually be signing two midfielders. You would have to sign a Tonali, and we would need someone with if Zubimendi left, I would then go for a powerhouse to play alongside Miles Lewis-Skelly and whoever it could be, a powerhouse kind of figure, like try not to mention his name on this channel no more, who was released by Arsenal for certain reasons. Someone like him alongside Miles Lewis-Skelly, and then Declan Rice and Tonali as a starting pair in the Prem and the Champions League. But to me, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen in summer. If we don't sell players, we're probably not going to even... Because the thing is, we've got to sign Nkapé. We've got to sign Piero Nkapé for about 45 million straight away. So unless we get around about 200 million for some of the players we sell, which never happens at Arsenal, I only see Piero Nkapé being signed, and maybe a winger. So I just don't know what the plans are. I don't know. I really don't know. Max Payne is shite, can't defend, runs from attackers. No, and his physicality is not very good with Zubimendi. AJ the Mod, Kawaja, we don't have time to give no more. No. Max Payne, Zubimendi is basically holy shit as a CDM. Yeah. Breaks through into the box and gets a decent goal, but he gets pushed about. I knew. I said this watching Zubimendi for Real Sociedad and Spain, probably seen him about 15 times or whatever it was, and he's never stood out to me where I've gone, he's absolutely class. Absolutely class. He's never done that to me. Never. The only one who I used to be impressed with is attacking... what's his first name? Kubi. No, what's his fucking name? Kubu, I think it is. The attacking kind of right winger / number 10. Obviously, different position, but he was the only one who used to stand out to me when I used to see Real Sociedad play. Max Payne, both players are very shy. Both very shit players. Kawaja Zubamendi is a CM, not a CDM, mate. Max Payne, Miles Lewis Skelly, better than Zubamendi, Odegaard in midfield. Max Payne, absolutely agree. Miles Lewis Skelly is a ball. He's a ball breaker. He's a little ankle biter, a bit like what Jack Wilsh used to be. He carries the ball well. He's got close control. He'll get stuck in, and when he runs with the ball, he's got power as well in his surging runs against Atletico Madrid, where he sets Martinelli up for the second goal. You could see that attribute of his midfield in him. AJ Lamard Khawaja, is he good enough? No, so move on. Khawaja, sell Odegaard first. Please get Martin Odegaard out of this club. Max Payne, he can defend and carry the ball up the pitch with speed and feel he can create better too. Khawaja, AJ Lamard, who will take Zubamendi then, my guy? I don't know if that. I bet that rumour's got me bullshit. But I heard Zubamendi is looking to maybe go back to Spain. Hopefully that's the case. And you know for a fact, if he does, I mean, Real Madrid might even look at him. You know, they might end up trying to sign him. Khawaja, then why does he play CDM for Spain? Max Payne Tonali or a physical CDM? Yep, I agree, Max. I agree. Max Payne Noari probably can fill that 8 spot too. I think even Wanyeri does a decent job on right wing, to be honest. If he covers for Saka, I really do. AJ Lamard, Khawaja, but he's also good as a 10 for me as well, because he's got that creativity in his game. He likes to drive forward. He's forward thinking. AJ Lamard, Khawaja, Conference League clubs, that is about his level. Khawaja, Norgard needs minutes. Rich 99 Arsenal, mate. 100% he needs minutes. Norgard's only just starting to play now, which is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Khawaja, fair enough, mate. AJ Lamard. R191, Arsenal v Man City for sure. I mean, R191. I mean, that's what I'm predicting. That's what I've predicted. Let's just see. I'm looking for the first time in a long, long time. Like, it's a draw. You play who you play. You're going to get picked against who you're going to get picked against. You don't know it's either at home or it's away. But for the first time in a long time, I'm looking forward to this draw. I don't know why. I'm not really. I'm like, oh yeah, we've got that team. But like, if I'm at work or something and look and think, oh yeah, that's that team who we've got to play next. But tonight, I'm going to watch it as well. I'm looking forward to this draw. I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but I'm looking forward to it. Maybe because we haven't reached this quarterfinal for a while. So I'm looking forward to it. But I have predicted Man City. And if we get him, I mean, that could be true. Because I'm 90% confident we ain't beating Man City in that Carabao Cup final. That's paying, but I would rather Skelly play CDM, CM, and Wanyeri Cam. Yeah. Khawaja, AJ Lamard, is Zubamendi a flop then? He's not a flop. Zubamendi's not a flop, but I don't think he's good enough for Arsenal's midfield long term. Max Payne, yeah, Norgard should be starting over that Spanish scrub. He defends better, absolutely. Khawaja, Odegaard should be playing CM, not Cam. Odegaard should not be in this Arsenal team at all, Khawaja. Honestly, mate, Odegaard is the weakest captain in football. He was shit last season. He's been no better this season. He's always injured now. Got to get him gone. Got to get him gone. Try our best to get 50 million from him in summer, which will be a push. His name is Khawaja. You've been saying Zubamendi crap all season. Why change now? Do not want to see Martin Odegaard at this team next season. Max 99, even a flop. Don't let the top gooner PR for you. He is like a scared kid in defence. Absolutely. Khawaja, Bruno Guimaraes is a CM, not a CDM. Rich 99 Arsenal. I didn't mention Bruno. I only said that Newcastle would be happy keeping with, would actually even take Odegaard and have a midfield of Bruno Guimaraes and Joe Linton, like they do and have been doing this season, last season, and maybe they would have Odegaard to it. But I don't think Odegaard will go to Newcastle, even though Newcastle's a fantastic club, massive club, good manager, great fan base. But yeah, Bruno Guimaraes and Joe Linton and Tonali have been Newcastle's mainstay midfield all last season. They were the best trio as well in the Premier League in midfield. This season they've been split up because of injuries. So yeah, man. Bruno Guimaraes and Tonali and Joe Linton are Newcastle's midfielders. So someone like Odegaard to join them, who's a little bit more creative than Tonali, would work. I think it would work. Godfrey, I don't think Zubimendi is a flop. Godfrey, I don't think Zubimendi is a flop. Just get him away from the 6. Remember how good Xhaka was when he was in the 8. Max Payne, every time attackers go at him, he runs away like a scared child. Yeah, he does. H, how are you? Good to see everybody in the chat. Hope everybody's well as well. H. Elliot Anderson, also a good shout as well. Him and Rice will be... don't worry, I mentioned Elliot Anderson, H, 100%. But I'm telling you now, if you want Elliot Anderson, he'll cost you around 80 to 90 million. So will Tonali. Adam Watton, who was my preferred choice, but now I am going with Tonali, who I've always been a fan with. I was a fan of Tonali, AC Milan a bit when I used to watch him. But Adam Watton would be the cheaper option out of the 3, out of Elliot Anderson and Sandro Tonali. Watton would be got at for around about 60 million. But Sandro Tonali, like I said, he's 5'11", he's 25-year-old. He's got great ball vision. His long range of passing is fantastic. He's got very, very quick feet, which is weird to look at as a midfield. And he's very skillful, and he does the defensive side of work to it. And he's got the defensive, rugged side of work to his game as well. So he can do the lot, basically. He breaks into the box. He doesn't score many, but he will shoot when he gets a chance. Max Payne, Elliot, Tonali, Rice. Yeah, that would be something, that would. Kawaja, he hasn't quite adapted to the Premier League yet, AJ the Mod. Max Payne, 4-1-2-3. 4-1. Yeah, I like that formation. I like that. Max Payne, no Cam. Max Payne, only Eze or Darman Wanyeri should play there. Yeah, 100%. Eze has to be Arsenal's number 10, and even Wanyeri has to be the backup. And then Max Darman float around, maybe a right wing backup, and obviously a number 10. Kawaji, yes. H, yeah, I think we have. AJ the Mod, Kawaja first season or not, that shouldn't need Rice to hold his hand. Yeah, Rice has to run around a lot for Zubimendi. Kawaja, Port Vale, yeah, Arsenal 2-0, September 2020. Eze and Trossard. Yeah, knew I remembered it. See, memory is decent sometimes. See, that's the thing though, like, I don't claim to know everything about Arsenal. I don't know every single bit of history about Arsenal, but I know a lot of things. From a few years ago, from this season, from in the 90s, a little bit in the 80s, you know what I mean? 71, Charlie George laying on the ground for the FA Cup final when we beat Liverpool in the yellow strip. And it's just certain things, you know what I mean? Like, but some of these Arsenal fans think they know everything about Arsenal, or even when they don't know things, oh, well, I was too young. It's absolutely bullshit. It's a pathetic excuse. If you support a club, you look back at the history, when they were formed, you know, some games where they were highlighted as special games and stuff. That's what you do as a football fan. So none of this, when Igel, our only young, or when Moneypenny, our only young, it ain't going to wash with me and many other Arsenal fans. It's pathetic. It's lazy. It doesn't prove you've got a full interest of Arsenal. The only interest is building your social media platforms. That's all these people are interested with. And by that, they will use everybody they can to build the followers and subscribers up by brainwashing them. And I must say it on so many lives. Yep, Trossard and Eze. Yeah, I remember that. Obviously, we played it blue strip that night, I think it was. Texas, good to see you in the chat. How are you? Tonali and Morgan Rogers to Arsenal would be excellent summer signings. Texas, it would be more than excellent, mate. That would be unreal. But why shouldn't we? Why do you know what I mean? This if we're going to be making our noise heard, let's say we win Premier League and let's say we win Champions League, why shouldn't we be going after it best? Why shouldn't we be thinking, right, we've got a fantastic team, we've a squad, we've just won the Premier League, we've just won the Champions League. Why should it stop there? Why shouldn't we be allowed to go on a run like Man City's done? Do you know what I mean? Like what Texas just said. Why shouldn't we be going for Tonali? Why shouldn't we be going for Morgan Rogers? Add 2 massive signings in summer and sell all the deadwood. Kai Havertz, Jesus, Martinelli, Trossard, Calafiori, Odegaard. And I can't believe I'm saying about Calafiori because I, as I do, put my hands up, said Calafiori has been Arsenal's most improved player this season. And he had a good start to his season. He was staying away from injuries. And then next minute, obviously, his injuries crept up. And it's Calafiori of Calafiori. Rash, picking up yellow cards, picking more injuries up, coming back, getting injured again. So to me, Calafiori's got to go. He's got to go. So yeah, like what Texas just said, why shouldn't we be going for Morgan Rogers and Sandro Tonali? Now, looking at Morgan Rogers, I'm telling you now, Aston Villa are asking for 100 or 100, and I would say 110 million for Morgan Rogers, 100%, because he can defend. He's great on ball. He's got good passing ability. He scores bags of goals. These guys, like Morgan Rogers, are freaking priceless. You find a midfielder like that where he's scoring goals, got great ball control, he's got great passing ability. He can do he's got a bit of defensive, rugged side to him, like I mentioned with Tonali, etc. But he scores bags of goals, man. He's a nightmare on ball for defenders. So to me, if let's say we went for Morgan Rogers and Tonali, you are talking shy of 200 million for them too. But if we sell players and we can somehow, even though it doesn't happen with Arsenal, manage to get a lot of money, we should be going for Morgan Rogers and Tonali. And then bring us another winger. And then to me, you look and think, just an example, we've just won the Premier League. We've just won the Champions League. Even though I don't think we're going to win the Premier League, I really don't. I still think Man City will win it. But just an example, let's go again. Let's win the league next season. Season after. Why shouldn't, if we keep getting told we've got the best squad and all these Arsenal puppets and obsessed Arteta fans are saying Arteta's the best manager in the world, then to me, if we was to go and win the Premier League and the Champions League, hopefully we will, then we should be setting ourselves up for the next 3 or 4 years to be champions at Premier League again and again and again and pick up trophies every single season like Man City's done. Because the way some of these people hype this Arsenal team up and say we're phenomenal, we're mentality monsters, like Adam Keys and that, who talk bullshit at times, a lot of times, then to me, then that's okay then. If we're mentality monsters, we've got the best manager in the world, we've got best squad, maybe in Europe, then that means we set up then for another 2 or 3 years. We should be winning league back-to-back, picking Champions Leagues up, FA Cups every season. So there you go. That's how it should be. So if that does happen, then yeah, we should be going for Tonali. We should be going for Morgan Rogers. We should be going for Kvaratskhelia from PSG or Julian Alvarez. That's my 2 left-wing choices. My favourite would probably be Julian Alvarez because he's played in Premier League. He knows the drill. He knows how to win big trophies, which he did at Man City in 2 years. He's very fast. He's got a fantastic shot on him. He's a bit like, he gives me a bit of Alexis Sanchez vibes. Now, Kvaratskhelia, he gives me David Ginola, the ex-Newcastle legend, even though he played for Tottenham as well, and Aston Villa. Fully enough, David Ginola did play for PSG as well. But Kvaratskhelia gives me David Ginola and Robert Perez vibes. And Julian Alvarez gives me Alexis Sanchez vibes. So that would be my 2 wingers, Tonali and Rogers. Because Morgan Rogers, to me, I mean, if I were to say about Morgan Rogers, you could even imagine him playing centre midfield. You could imagine him playing a number 10. You could imagine him playing left wing. Just these players, when they say, right, he's a left 8, or this player wants freedom. He don't want a label on his on his. You don't want to be labelled as he's that player. That's what he is. Morgan Rogers could play left wing, number 10, centre midfield. He's just got the lot. He really has. And I mean, what a signing! Where Aston Villa took him from Middlesbrough for about 7 million. Proper signing. He's 100% going to World Cup. Morgan Rogers is going to be one of the first players on that England team sheet, definitely. So yeah, Texas, why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? We should be going after both. You're right, mate. But like I said, Morgan Rogers, Aston Villa will, because they're not skinned. Aston Villa have got very wealthy owners. They've got restrictions at the minute. That's why they've not been able to sign a lot of players what they need. Even though they've done still brilliant to keep where they are all season. Having Tyrone Mings out all season near enough, and having Victor Lindelof like step in for him, who was an outcast at Manchester United, and Unai Emery's been getting best out of him. Kamara, Tillmans, McGinn, all injured as well. So yeah, man. I mean, to look at that, you think, yeah, well, why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we go and get Rodgers and Tonali and a great winger, left winger, proper left winger as well? But I just can see it now. There's no way we're going to sell Havertz. There's no way we'll sell Martin Odegaard. I don't think. Martinelli or Trossard, maybe. Calafiori, I don't think we will. Jesus, we definitely will. So I think we'll sell Jesus, Trossard, Martinelli. It's a tricky one with Trossard or Martinelli. And I think we'll sell... I think that's it. I think we'll still keep Calafiori. I think we'll still keep Martin Odegaard. I think we'll definitely keep Kai Havertz. And then I look and I think, where's the money coming from? For Martinelli, let's say it's Martinelli. Let's say it's Jesus. You're talking maybe, I don't know, 65, 70 million for both of them. I mean, we should be getting 60, 70, 80s for one player. But the only thing is, our biggest assets in the Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Raya, Rice, Saka, we're not going to want them to go at all. Do you know what I mean? So it will probably be kind of what happens at Arsenal. We'll have a big assets, but the players who we don't want to be sold will end up then maybe moving on in time, and we'll end up losing valuation on them. We never sell at right time. Even when Dick Law was at Arsenal, chief negotiator, we could never get the right price. And Balogun, Oxlade-Chamberlain / kind of together are Arsenal's record sales. Balogun to Monaco, Chamberlain to Liverpool, around 35 to 40 million. So when you take in consideration, we've never even got 50 million for a player. And then Strand Larson has just left Wolverhampton Wanderers to go to Crystal Palace for 43 million plus, I think, 5 million in add-ons. So I hope this changes. I want to see a big sale in that summer. I want to see about a 60, 70 million pound player leave. Now, that could be... I mean, there isn't when you think of those players I've just mentioned. The only ones where we're going to get that and more would be Rice, Saka, Raya, Gabriel, Saliba. So I looked at it and I think we're going to have to, and I just can't see us selling. Like I say, ideally it should be Havertz, Jesus, Martinelli, Trossard, Calafiori, and Odegaard. And I only see out of them two, Jesus definitely, and maybe either Trossard or Martin. I don't even see both of them going. So when you think about it, we've got to spend 45 million on Nkapé already, because that's definitely going to happen. He's going to be the first signing. So I look and I think, will the Kroenkes put the money in the pocket? I don't know. Will they? They're not going to go as big as what they did last season. No chance. They're going to be loving all the bonuses and thinking, yeah, you look back now and what we did last year in the transfer window to what we've made all this kind of season, etc. The profits and everything. Kind of spent nothing again, really, out of their own pocket. So we'll see. And I'm not a financial expert. I don't look into all that. Trossard, late goal to send us for Port Vale. Yeah. I just remember that game. I met Eze's first goal Right. Max Payne, Rodgers would help us better in attack 100% and carry the ball all over the pitch for us to get a goal, even though any attackers really struggle playing with Arteta. But absolutely, Max, 100% he would. Godfrey, using the Xhaka argument doesn't change anything because if he was good enough for the 8, he would force in the 6. Godfrey Rice is a 6, though. He's an engine. Yeah, Declan Rice, to me, I don't do numbers. I don't do the 6 and 8. Declan Rice is an all-round midfielder. Covers every blade of grass. Max Payne, he 8 and 8. Only Teta will play in there. Godfrey, yes, Rice can do both roles. I think he's better at the 6. I'm just going to say, I keep saying it, Declan Rice is an all-round midfielder. Max Payne, yeah, I realised last season Damsgaard had more assists than our entire team combined. Damsgaard for Brentford. Like him. I do like him. He fell under the radar a little bit this season. Been on bench a few times for Brentford. But I do like Damsgaard. Got a lot of experience and all now. I think he used to play for... I'm sure he had a spell at Sampdoria in Serie A. I'm sure it was a Serie A team. But Sampdoria or... It wasn't Torino. It might have been Sampdoria. Godfrey, I agree with that on Rice. So again, if Zubimendi can't get the 8 over Rice, it makes Zubimendi not good enough. And Godfrey about Xhaka argument. One good season is 7. No, thank you. That again. Max Payne, by the way, Damsgaard played from deep and doesn't get the space our wingers get in the left wing. 8, Zubimendi has talent but never shows it. And Rice and Switch. Zubimendi has talent but never shows it. Him and Rice and Switch places. Zubimendi has scored important goals this season. Yeah, he has, and he's overall better when he gets forward. Zubimendi's not rubbish. Like I will say that he's not rubbish, and he does break into box and score goals, but he's not good enough to be Declan Rice's partner. I don't think. I really don't. And also Zubimendi cannot handle pressure. No, he can't. He's a bit fragile, isn't he? Max Payne, Xhaka, Odegaard, Zubimendi. Max Payne, don't ever compare Xhaka to those scrubs. Max Payne, even though Odegaard is a left 8, though. I always forget to do that. Put fucking cable in. There's a left 8 there. I don't do this left 8 and all this right 8. It sits in midfield, and that's how I see it. I respect people what do it, but I just don't do it. It's a left 8, and it never used to be like that 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And so I just stick to old modern times where our football used to be. It's moved on a little bit, of course. It has changed and that, but I just don't do the left 8, and I just don't. If he's a midfielder, he's either an older midfielder, number 10, or an all-rounder. I just don't do left 8. Because that's like saying sometimes to me when I think that he can't move on to the right-hand side. So I just don't do that. I think it sounds good. I think it sounds professional, but it's just not me. I go back to the times where football was 50 years ago. It should never, it's all, the ball's always round. Even Odegaard is a left 8 though. Max Payne and Zubimendi is a right central midfielder. Xhaka wasn't good enough either. No, Xhaka had 2 good seasons. Signed for Arsenal in 2016 and had 2 good seasons at Arsenal at that rate. 2016, 2017, I think it was, Xhaka signed and had 2 good seasons. How about we just go for Bruno to replace Ode? Yeah, I mean... Imagine that. Bruno loves Man United. Bruno Fernandes loves Man United. He will never, ever, ever play for another team in Premier League. Never. He absolutely loves United. Max Payne, y'all forgetting about Guimaraes too. He is great too. Yeah, Bruno Guimaraes is fantastic. And we should have signed him before he went to Newcastle when he played for Lyon. AJ Lamond, and we could have got Bruno G for about 40 million, I think it was. Max Payne and Babaloa from Brighton. Yeah. Belieber. Sorry, I know someone's surname called Babaloa, and I just had that in my head then. Yeah, and Belieber, yeah, good signing from Brighton. I think Man United, mind you, I mean, his valuation might have dropped a bit. You're talking about 100 million. I bet you could get him now for about 70, 80, maybe. Bruno Fernandes, I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. Max Payne is a powerhouse, been packeting us for 2 seasons now. AJ Lamar H, I have said trade Odegaard for Bruno G for the last 17 months. Martin Odegaard will definitely not go to Newcastle. No disrespect, but he will not go to Newcastle. Max Payne, Agame, the Sevilla plays for Sevilla, is like Baleba, but more technical for me. Yeah, Agame. And I think we'll link with him for about 25 million. And obviously now he's gone to, it's at Sevilla. Yeah, we could get Agame. 100%. Godfrey. That could be, or I like Fofana as well, who used to play for Monaco, who went to AC Milan. He'd be a good signing. Godfrey, AJ, I'm saying, as long as we have Zubimendi in the starting 11, put him in the 8 and Rice in the 6. If we get Tonali, then Rice can keep playing in the 8 because Tonali more. Max Payne, if you watch Sevilla, he carries them. Yeah, I know. I've seen him. SBO, you think Everton let Arsenal score first? Nope, you fooling Arsenal fans. Everton will give to Arsenal their own medicine and Man City will demolish West Ham United. I'm not confident against Everton. SBO, I'm not confident. If Arsenal play like they did against Wolves, home and away, if they play like they did against Brighton, if they play like they did against Liverpool, home and away, if they play like they did against Chelsea with 10 men, then we will not beat Everton. We will not beat Everton. David Moyes will just outclass Arteta. AJ Mod Godfrey again, I agree with that, but Arteta won't. I'm going to read everyone's comment and then I'm going to call it a day. So Leverkusen on Wednesday, they are 6 in the Premier League, they're 6 in the Bundesliga. Patrick Schick is the top scorer. They're not the Leverkusen, obviously, when Xabi Alonso were there, where they went invincible. And Grimaldo, I do like him, a brilliant player. He was a good left back when he was at Benfica. Went to by Leverkusen. He's just a proper goal scoring left wing. He's one of the top scorers again this season. Proper goal scoring left back. I believe we should be beating him. I do. I don't think we should be making this hard work. I think we should be getting through this. I do. Obviously, you just don't know what Arsenal's going to turn up. Like I just said, if we play like we did against those teams I've just mentioned, then I think December 13th against Wolves, or we played at Emirates, Zubimendi and Declan Rice for some reason, but then when you've got Mikel Arteta as a manager, played Zubimendi and Rice in midfield against the bottom of the league, and at the time was in worse form than what they are even now, not won a game all season. And then for some reason Arteta, and we'd just played Club Brugge in the week before that, when obviously Madueke scored 2 goals that night. And then we played Wolves that Saturday night through Christmas period. And you're just thinking, are we real? Is Arteta real or what? He's playing Zubimendi and Rice as holding midfielder. So I remember that bugged me. That bugged me when that night that should have been perfect for Norgard. So if we do play like we did against Wolves at home and away, Brighton, etc., Chelsea away, Liverpool home and away, then Forest away, there's so many games. Bayer Leverkusen will do a number on us. Right, I'm going to finish everyone's comments and then I'm ending this show. Max Payne, Skelly shouldn't start in 8 and he can... Skelly should start in 8 and he can play CDM too. I just say midfield. It's what youth football always been, used to be, still will be in 100 years. And then Guna, good afternoon, Rich99 Arsenal, and all watching. Big up to you, Endon, my guy. Good to see you in the chat. Hope everybody's good as well who's locked in the chat. Max Payne, Everton will smack us with Day. Our defence can't handle him. Yeah, he's becoming, he's getting his name out there now. Didn't he used to play for Sheffield United? Then did he go to Marseille? let me know in the chat. Is that the Endoy I'm thinking of? Sheffield United. Then he went to Marseille, and obviously now he's after AJ the Mod. I stand by this. Rice MLS as a should be the midfield three for the rest of the season. I stand by this. Yeah, it should be AJ. 100%, I agree. But it's definitely not going to be. Miles Lewis-Skelly will definitely not play midfield in Premier League. Is him a good afternoon, Endaguna? It's bad though, AJ, isn't it? Because Miles Lewis-Skelly has definitely got attributes as a good midfielder and will get better and better and better, especially alongside Rice. Max Payne, let's be honest, we have barely scored on Everton the past 4 years. Yeah, and I remember times we used to batter Everton 7-0. I remember in 2000 and what would it have been, about 2005, 6, I think it was, when we beat them 6-0, I think it was, first game of the season. Denilson scored, Fabregas scored, I think it was. I think it was 5 or 6. Wait, 5-0, 4-0, 6-0 maybe, I think it was. I have Denilson scored, I think Fabregas scored. And then AJ the Mod, Max Payne, and they know how to pocket us for 90 minutes. Yeah, they do. And David Moyes will definitely know how to do a number if he needs to. And again, Zubimendi ain't the guy, and another season of Arteta's coaching of him will make him worse. Absolutely. And then big up to you. Godfrey Evening and Naguna. Zubimendi is the Spanish Odegaard. Yeah. Max Payne and part the bus the whole game, plus Pickford as mid games. Mind games that can cook any attacker. Yeah, Pickford's class when he wants to be. Really does turn up. And they're going to, good evening, Godfrey. How's the tricks in CSA? Max Payne, ending facts. AJ Lemard, why can't the club just drop the 130 for Vitinha out of PSG? Can't believe he used to play for Wolves and all. That's another thing and all. Played at Wolves, wasn't that good. Goes to PSG, nice class. Godfrey, I would get Endoy, yeah. And again, good evening, Max Payne 99. Max Payne, he does not want to leave PSG, I hear. Yeah, I don't think Vitinha would come to Arsenal. I think if he's going to go anywhere, he'll go Real Madrid or something like that. He's already been in Premier League with Wolverhampton Wanderers, you know what I mean? So, Max Payne, good evening, and big up, and it's me, Marlon. And you're Lee gonna named. Lee gonna warned. Yeah, he did. Of Zubimendi said he can't handle the press. Absolutely, goes hiding. Yeah, absolutely. Godfrey, all good, and then Max Payne. Spain attack carries high and makes him look like he can defend. SBO, by Leverkusen 3, Arsenal 1, Arsenal 0, Everton 2, Arsenal 1, by Leverkusen. Yeah, Man City will see it. You miss Arsenal fans. It's not over yet. Listen, SBO, I keep telling you every time. I've said Man City will win the league before the season even started. I did throw it and go back and say Arsenal's going to win it after we beat Bayern Munich and Tottenham. But then I went back and kept with my original decision with Man City. And I'm still saying it. Man City will win Premier League. And they're going to, hi Marlon, Max Payne, then you change your username. Max Yamel makes the team look good. Max Payne, yeah. And they're good at Max Payne, yeah. Max Payne, Yamel plays so good. He makes other players look good, just like Al Rice makes Superman look good. Absolutely. Khawaja and Naguna, Lee got it spot on. Big up. Mate, absolutely. And they're gonna do not underestimate Leverkusen. Their stadium will be rocking on Weds, and we all know how Arsenal buckle under pressure. Yep, I've watched Bayer Leverkusen plenty of times, and they can make it an hostile atmosphere. And it will be a tough game, but as we keep getting told by these top gooners, these obsessed Arteta fans, as I call them, Bayer Leverkusen, Man United, all these other teams, no, they're not good enough to be in our conversation. They don't get to join our table. Apparently, the other day, we got told as well that Arsenal's best team in Europe at the minute. Okay, even though PSG are the current holders of the Champions League. But what do I know? What do people in the chat know? Because these obsessed Arteta fans know everything. I think we will have Chelsea in the draw. It's Man City for me. I've said it. Draw. It's written in the script, and City will get Southampton or Port Vale. I've said we're getting Man City. Said it earlier on a on YouTube, on one of my posts. I've said it on Twitter this morning. And they're going to Khawaja. And they're going to, I think it will be a stinky win for us. And they're going to Rich 99 Arsenal will draw City. I've already mentioned on my Twitter post this morning, Arsenal will get Man City next round. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't know, man. H is the draw before the West Ham game. Well, it's tonight, but I can't remember if they're going to do it before or after. I think it might be before, I think it might be before. Andy, any news on what is up with Odegaard? No, I've not really looked today, to be honest. I've not really looked. Khawaja, yes. Max Payne, City will smack us 5-1 like 2023. Yeah. And going there, Khawaja, Leverkusen 2 nil winners. Well, like I said, Leverkusen are currently 6th in league at minute. Patrick Schick's the top scorer, who's been there now for a while. Grimaldo was the second top scorer, I think it is. Max Payne and Norgard ain't afraid of no one. Max Payne, he will tackle any attacker, no matter how dangerous they are. Yeah, exactly. Ex-Brentford captain. And I'm going to please, Khawaja and Odegaard needs to be binned. Enough is enough. Yeah, do not. I know what I'm hearing, like, he wants to stay at Arsenal. Then he might be addressing his options. I mean, just get Odegaard out of this club. Khawaja and Guna, I am saying Odegaard is a CM. Just call Martin Odegaard the weakest captain in football who tries to be a number 10. That's the perfect position. Max Payne, we need Wanyeri back. 100%. Khawaja, I agree. Odegaard. Odeklapt is useless. Godfrey, 3-0 Arsenal win vs Leverkusen. I don't feel that. No. Max Payne, facts. He is a bum shit Teta player. Is the bad player that Arteta loves the most. Yeah, Martin Odegaard and Kai Havertz are Arteta's love childs. AJ Mod, I would much rather NordVPN start than Zubamendi. So would I, AJ. That's Payne. We ain't scoring 3 on Leverkusen with his attack. Absolutely. Havertz should be gone as well. 100%. I've mentioned all the players. I've said 6 what should be leaving. Sorry, some of what we should sell, but I don't see it. I think we'll sell definitely Jesus and either maybe Martinelli or Trossard, and that'll be it. And obviously, Miles Lewis-Skelly will want to go on loan, or he might push for it to be sold because he will not stand for being on that bench. Neither will he for Wanyeri. They don't deserve to be. They're way too good to be bench warmers. Max Payne, don't diss my boy Norgard. Khawaja, Norgard was decent on Saturday. Norgard's a good player, mate. He's ex-Brentford captain. Khawaja, Elliot Anderson is going to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. 100%, of course he is. 100%. It'll be a tricky decision between him and Adam Watton. Godfrey, I agree. AJ Norgard, more reliable, keeps things simple and calm. Yeah, he'll sit there. He's more disciplined. That's been shit. Only the top gooners and Arteta think he is good. 100%. That's what I'm saying. These obsessed Arteta fans. Even Eduardo Agen, the absolute wet white dickhead, called Kai Havertz the other day, about 2 weeks ago on Twitter. He said Kai Havertz is an unreal footballer. These people post about, they're not fans. They decided to post about Arsenal. And it's got loads of traction, loads of followers, loads of subscribers because Arsenal's the best team in the world. And all these vulnerable people what don't know anything about football, or they've been watching football for about 5 or 6 years, just click onto it and think, oh, because Rory and Edward Hager and Adam Keys calls Arsenal best team in the world. Oh, I have to believe it. Because they're that vulnerable and they've brainwashed thousands of people and it's worked. All what Rory talks bollocks, Adam Keys and Eduardo Hagen are doing, all they've done is just use these people for Rory to get on TalkSport, to get on Sky TV, for Eduardo Hagen to get his publicity with his 400,000+ followers, for Adam Keys to get in and around Arsenal now when he does the post-match kind of reaction with Adrian Clark, etc., and that woman, I can't remember. That's all they've done. They've just brainwashed these people to get where they want. They've used you, but there's that many people still think, oh, we're negative. We don't know what we're talking about. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Because when we say things, it's already happened. It's already happened. It's fact. We're reaching our first final in 6 years. It's already happened. But yet we're going to get told, you're wrong, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, you didn't believe us. Igal, you've been wrong for 6 years in a row, pal. You've been wrong every year, Adam Keys. Rory talks bollocks. Igal, you've been wrong every year. We haven't won the league. We haven't won the FA Cup. We haven't reached any final. It's the first time in 6 years. What's going to happen in, obviously, March 22nd? Don't be telling me, just because you're going to get maybe, and hopefully you do, something right for the first time in 6 years, same as Tom Canton. Hopefully you're right for the first time in 6 years, eh? Because previous years, you've been wrong about everything. And it's factually true. HE doesn't even have a position. What I would only keep Saliba, Gabriel, Magalhaes, Rice, Timber, Eze, and Capi MLS, even Max Darwin and Victor Gyökeres. Rest can go. Max, for real, I know I ain't the only one who sees it. Even Saka, Kawaja, I just don't see Bayer Leverkusen getting something on Wednesday. I hope I am right. Getting something on Wednesday. Well, we better turn up, Kawaja, because like I have said, and I'm not going to keep reeling these performances off because there's that many performances now where we've been shambolic even first half or all game. But just two to mention, Chelsea away when they had 10 men, we were diabolical. Nottingham Forest away, diabolical. And let me just add one more. In fact, two more. Wolves at home, Wolves away, diabolical. So I do not, and it's factually reasons why, know what Arsenal will turn up. Because it's either a performance like they did against Aston Villa in the second half where we were absolutely incredible and we could have beat anyone on that night, or it's going to be a performance like we did against Wolves home and away, where if we play like against Man City in final or against big teams, they'll just walk all over us. Saka is finished but can't contract extension, so he won't go. No, he's not going to go nowhere. No chance. Saka's not going nowhere, even though he needs to pick up his form up. But I said last night, and I'll keep going through it as well, that Gareth Southgate and Arteta have ran Saka into the ground, playing him constantly, even when he's not needed to be playing. Ray191, we want this Premier League season. It's time for us, and we will win it for years to come, and we can shut Patrice Evra's mouth. Arsenal is like watching Netflix, always wait for the next season. Well, he's been factually correct, Ray191. But what Patrice Evra has been saying, it's Patrice Evra, what he's been saying, it's always next season, he's been correct. I've been correct. People in my chat have been correct. I've called it out. We won't win the league, won't win the league, and I've been right every season. Hopefully, I'm wrong this season, because that's what I like to be. I will like to be wrong, because I have seen Arsenal win 3 titles. So when these people like Patrice Evra say things and that, yeah, it's all right saying shut their mouth, but what they're saying is just facts. Whether people like it or not, when someone says something, it's already happened, it's facts. It's simple as that. Patrice Evra's been right. I've been right. I said the other night, I offered someone my brand new red and gold Arsenal shirt, what was authentic, top dollar, what it cost. I paid everything, the highest you could pay for it. Just thought I'd do it. Don't know why. I just thought, right, I'll pay for this shirt and I'm going to go full ball. Never buy from club shop ever. I haven't brought anything from club shop since 2016, but I thought just this once, I'm going to pay for it. Red and gold. I offered somebody £50 in cash plus my red and gold shirt, not wore it at the time. And I says, if Arsenal win the Premier League, you can have 50 quid in cash and I'll give you my shirt. What? And I said to him, well, what you ifing and butting about? I'm offering you my shirt, brand new shirt, authentic version, the best you can get, and £50 in cash. You've been running your mouth to me all season, even if I think he's from Nigeria or whatever, and telling me he's a big Arsenal fan. I know nothing, but yet he claims to know he claims to say William Saliba's Arsenal's greatest defender. This is someone from who I work with, and he's never heard of Tony Adams. So when some of these people talk about Arsenal, I think, don't even clash yourself as an Arsenal fan if you do not know who Tony Adams is. There's a freaking statue outside Emirates, for God's sake. He scored the famous goal, which the statue resembles, against Everton. Chest, volley, bang. And I was right. I said to him, come on, you've chirping all season with your mates. I know nothing. I'm negative. I'm saying this. No, it's because I'm an Arsenal fan. I've supported them for 34 years, and I've seen shit times, decent times, very bad times, potentially good times again. I've seen a lot of things. Some people have seen more to do with Arsenal than me, but I've seen a lot of Arsenal bad times, good times, shit times. I've seen a lot of a mixture of it. And they were like, oh, yeah, I don't. I says, just bet me. Just, there you go. Here's my shirt. You can have my shirt and £50 in cash. But I guarantee Arsenal won't win that league, so I won't have to give you no £50 in cash, and I will have to give you my shirt. And I didn't have to give him anything because I knew I was going to be right. Like, I just knew it. When I got told at another workplace, oh, Man City, you're going to win league, pal. You're 8 points clear. I says, we're not going to win league. We're not going to win league. We're not going to win it when we're 8 points clear. I told them there and then, we're not going to win it. Oh, bro, don't play it down. He were a Man United fan. And I said, we won't win the league. We haven't got a striker and a backup for Saka because Arteta hasn't signed one. Oh, we're right. So when people say these things, me and other people, we can back it up with clear facts. People like Tom Canton, Igal, Rory talks bollocks, Edward Egan, they've been spitting the mouth off all season, every season, chirping and saying this and that and telling everybody we're negative. But they've never come back with facts because every time they've said Arsenal's going to win league, we haven't. We haven't even reached a final for the first time, only now, until 6 years. That is embarrassing. To say we're just reaching Wembley is a disgrace. We should have been picking trophies. If we don't win Premier League, you pick a Carabao Cup up. If you don't win Carabao Cup, you pick an FA Cup up. We should have been winning trophies every season. So it better change this season, I tell you that now. I mean, right, everyone's comments and then I'm out. Let's say Mosquera needs to stop defending like he can't defend. I like Mosquera. He's good, but I hope he don't start being a bit shaky and a bit rash. Saka finished because of the injuries, trading for Elise by Munich. Yeah, great player. Khawaja, Saka being pony this season. Khawaja, absolutely. Max paying 150 million for Saka, and Elise is worth 130 million. Good sale. Saka's going nowhere, people. He's not even worth. No chance. He's not a prayer. Khawaja, Saka offers nothing. He is useless. If we see a Saka 2 years ago, then it'll be okay. But I just don't think we'll ever see it. I think we've seen him. I think we've seen the best version of Saka. And if Arteta fails to win the Prem or any other trophy this season, then what will Patrice ever say then? Khawaja, 6 likes so far. Keep smashing likes, everybody. Thank you very much, Khawaja. Spain, that injury ruined everything he had going on. Worse, Arteta rushing him back. 100% rushed him back. Absolutely rushed him back. I don't think Saka is finished, but he is off from. He's been battling. I don't blame Saka because Arteta killed him. Yeah, Southgate as well, AJ. Southgate and Arteta has overrun him. They've been playing him when he didn't need to. Not just Arteta on that, Southgate as well. Spain, Odegaard, Havertz, Nelly Trossard will be at least 200 also. Social joins Tonali for me all day. Absolutely. Big up to you, social joins. Good to see you in the chat. Max Payne, Calafiori, 45 million. Can sign a right back or left back. Khawaja, Max Payne, Gabriel Jesus as well. Yeah, Jesus got to go. 100%. He'll definitely be gone. So AJ is finished because Arteta rushed him back. Absolutely. Yeah, Arteta, that scumbag, has ruined Saka's career by not buying a backup. Yeah, it took him only till now to buy a backup, which is Madueke. Just going to go in Big up to my guy. Arteta always gets his way. His favourites will stay. 100%. 100% they will. I'm just going to put these people some up on screen and then try and get down them a bit more faster. Yep, absolutely, AJ. Yeah. Ben White now needs to leave. He is always injured. Yeah, and I do believe Arteta is responsible for that as well. Overplaying him. I think he needed knee surgery at one point, and he kept playing him. I've been saying Robertson 2023, but people have said I was retarded. I think you're about Anthony Robertson. Is it from Fulham? I think you're about left back. Why not? Lookman proved he can do it. Yeah, well, Lookman's now smashing it at Atletico Madrid with a proper manager. Simone, Joseph Jones, Jesus, Trossard, Kepa. We need another backup striker. Yeah, left winger and a right back in the summer. Yeah, Kai Havertz goes. We need another striker. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I mean, you've got Andre Nus Haram, but obviously he's not going to put him in there yet. Ben White, and money for Livramento. I think Man City's getting Livramento, to be honest with you, AJ. Oh, is that that time? Wow. It's gone fucking fast. That has gone fast. That's gone fast. Texas, we should be going for Victor Osimhen as well. Yeah, that's good signing. I like Victor Osimhen. Always been a fan of him. Watched him plenty of times at Napoli. Max Payne, Kaede from Brentford. Yeah, long ball specialist. He's got a bit of decency. He's a rugged defender, he is, and all. He's got some speed and power. His athleticism's good as well. Yeah, Mod, then trading for the Brentford right back. He's very good. Good afternoon, Ian. Ozzy Hans, big up to you, my guy. Afternoon, buddy. Igal, Julian, and Christian all done a stream over the weekend and agreed that Arteta is in the top three managers. Oh, it's just driving me mad. Managers of the world football since he joined Arsenal. This is fucking driving me mad. How can he be? How can he be? How can he be one of the in the top three? He's won nothing at the moment. That Christian. Oh, yeah. Arsenal play the best football in the league. No, they don't. DiMarco, that's good signing. Inter Milan. Very, very experienced. I'll take Bruno at Arsenal in a heartbeat. What is my question? They are used back. And Cecil did say that his current team would run rings around the 2001 and 2 Arsenal team. God. No serious team in the Prem would go for Odegaard. No. As Cecil is the most deluded Arsenal fan. He talks nonsense. Veli, we need to take Everton and Bournemouth seriously. Absolutely, we do, Veli. Welcome to the chat. 100% we do. Listen, we need to take every team serious now. You know, no one's going to be rolling over for Arsenal. They might not beat us, but they're going to come at us. 100%. Yeah. Don't normally do this. I normally like read them out all and that, but I'm rushing. I want to just get them up on. Food time for me. Kawaja, great show as always. Which nice. Thank you very much, Kawaja. We got to keep up the good work. Thank you very much, mate. Go and subscribe to Kawaja as well, people. That's been Cecil as the IQ of a drunk driver. That's was most cynical. Was agreeing that Wolves had the upper hand in the two due to the conditions of the match. Jesus. Fucking hell. Anthony Herbert, big up to my guy. Good to see you. Rich, seen your video on Skelly, but they're saying Odegaard Wanyeri could leave as well. I'm gutted if Wanyeri leaves. I'm going to be fuming. If Ethan Wanyeri leaves Arsenal, then it's just that's not acceptable. Even if Miles Lewis Skelly leaves, these are meant to be the young wonder kids of Arsenal. You know, these are meant to be the young guys of Arsenal for years to come. And at minute, it's like that wide off at mark. Just not like they've got a future at Arsenal right now. It just doesn't, because they're way too good to be settling for. Oh, we'll not play in that game. We'll not play in that game. Oh, you can play it next game in Champions League. What's in 6 weeks away, or you can play FA Cup against no disrespect, but a lower league team. You know what I mean? It's like they're just taking the piss out of them. They really are. And like I said, start of the season, even Wanyeri, his development as a wide player has hit a brick wall. What the fuck are you on about? He scored 9 goals in a breakthrough season. What more do you want him to do as a young lad? And he'll be 19 this month. Miles Lewis Skelly will be 20 in September. What do you know what I mean? That's not no chance. That's bullshit. A breakthrough season as a young lad, he scored 9 goals in 3 different competitions, and you're saying his wide development's hit a brick wall, and he's not even getting any minutes, and obviously now he's at Marseille. Absolute bullshit. We're getting down these yet. Okay, now. FA Cup quarterfinal draw is at 7 o'clock. Okay, thank you very much for that ending. 7 is the draw. Yeah, I've predicted Man City. New one here. Someone new to the chat. Let's just see. Obviously, you have to welcome people in if they're new. Blinger 4080. Hey mate, what's up? Come on, you Gunners. Blinger, welcome to the channel. Hope you are well. We're all good in here. That's Payne. Name 5 clubs that want to Shiteta right now. Not you. Barcelona, no. Bayern Munich, no. PSG, no. Inter Milan, absolutely not. They're going to win that Serie A this season. Obviously, Conte won it last season with Napoli. Man City, And well, there's 5. Yeah, there's 5. Atletico Madrid, no, there's 6. Blinger, bro, almost every Arsenal fan is an Ozil fan. Are they? I mean, I think Ozil was really good at times for Arsenal, but I still think we did not see the best of Ozil like Real Madrid did. But then again, I don't know. I don't know why, but I don't think we've seen the very best of Ozil like Real Madrid did. And yeah, Max Payne 99. Most of the clubs will get Arteta, bro. What are you even cooking? No, 100% they will not. 100%. I just mentioned 5 like that. Man City, Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, PSG, and Barcelona. 5 who won't even, Arteta would not be, if Arteta got sacked today, they would not go for him. Bayern Munich and all, I think that's 6, is it? I've just said. Nine likes. Thank you very much, AJ. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, AJ. Big up to my guys always. Ryan relegation, world champs. Big up Rich and chat. Hope we get Port Vale. Big up to you, Brian. Relegation. Yeah, it'd be great, mate. That would be another lucky draw. But I've just got a feeling we're gonna get Man City, man. Which I hope we don't. But I've got a feeling, Brian, we're gonna get Man City. Welcome to the chat. Brian, big up Kawaja. Come on, I'm getting there. You know. Oh yeah. Right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining. Been a good chat. Some new people, I think. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of your evening. I might do even a live later on. Don't know yet. And yeah, let's just hope we get a decent draw. I predict Man City. I've already said it on my Twitter early this morning. So let's just see who we get. Thank you very much for joining, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your night. Might do another one later.